When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball! It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball, featuring the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets.
Myers with the pitch, swung on and missed. Jason Myers gets the last out, and the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the state champions of American Legion Baseball in West Virginia.
Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. A short Hagerstown Ford pregame show on tap for you here. Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. And if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at FordofHagerstown.com. The second of what's now a doubleheader here from P.O. Faulkner. Winner-take-all area championship game between Berkeley Post 14 and Potomac Valley Post 64. Dylan Bishop and Brady Masters with you on the call for this one. Kyler High back at the studio. Ethan Elliott, our on-site producer. Tyler Strine behind our main camera. Well, half hour in between these games. We're actually just getting handed the Post 64 lineup now. That's how quick things have moved in between games here from P.O. Faulkner. Brady, you were out there behind the camera. Ball came close to you there for one of them, but you got to see that 3-1 win for Post 14. So now winner take all after Andrew Engel almost responds with a shutout of his own following yesterday's from Lance and Orndorff. He goes the distance, gives up the one home run for a solo shot in that last inning. But now 3-0 and 3-1 leads us to a winner-take-all game here.
Yeah, first of all, that ball was coming in there, just found the hole in the netting where I was doing the camera. And, man, thank goodness I had the hat on me, because if I didn't, I'd be going down. But luckily, I'm still in one piece for this game right here. And like you mentioned, Dylan, we had two pitchers' duels in the first game and in the second game as well. And Post 14, they got it done. Their pitching and their defense. They got a 3-1 win. Yeah, they gave up the home run there in the final inning of the game, but still able to hold Post 64 in check, and now we're going to find out and see which team will come out on top in this area championship.
So the managers have just met at home plate, given the lineups to the umpires, which means we will be getting ready here in just a minute or two. We'll get you the lineups as we come back after this 2-minute break. And we'll be just about ready for first pitch in this area championship game. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
My kids. You know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
Top of the first inning coming up, brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home proudly serving the area since 1880. Getting ready to start here with first pitch. J.P. Sweeney gets the start for post 14 in this area championship game. Lineup for post 64 goes as follows. Shortstop Blake Jacobs to lead off again. Lansing Orndorff stays in the 2 spot. Second base, James Vincel DHing this game in the 3 spot, followed by Hunter Harr, the catcher, in the cleanup spot. Jackson Hare follows, playing third base. In the 6th spot, Peyton Durst, the right fielder, followed by Lucas Williamson, the left fielder, wearing number 3. In the 8th spot, first baseman Owen Reel, and rounding out the lineup is Adam Riggleman, number 2, center fielder. J.P. Sweeney pitching to Robbie Lopez. As your starting battery, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced and certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777. Our first pitch is a strike. Blake Jacobs watches it go by. And we'll get strike 2 to follow. Jacobs hits this one high towards right field. It looks like it's going to get in foul territory. Diving for it in foul territory, right by the away bullpen mound, is Liam Healy laying out.
Yeah, he had to go a long way to get in the foul ground and make that diving catch. Oh, my goodness. That was incredible. Way to start the ball game off.
Absolutely. Liam Healy makes it so there's already one down. Here in the top of the first. First pitch was brought to you by Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. Lansing Orndorff takes strike 1 to start his at-bat. Like a slider to get in there. Here's the 0-1. Looks like about the same thing. Orndorff gets a hold of it this time, but Jet Gross, it's windy out here now at P.O. Faulkner. Gross is able to get underneath of it and make the catch. You could tell he had to really adjust and run around there to get under it.
Yeah, that's what you have to do as an outfielder or just a fielder in particular. You know, you got to try to judge the ball the best you can and see what you can do with it. And he adjusted accordingly to it.
If you're watching on TV 10 and you're looking out here and it looks like it's raining or it's going to rain, that's your air quality. Air quality alert right now as of 5:10 p.m. as this next pitch is swung through by James Vincel, DHing here tonight. This is hit on the ground over to third. Oviedo got to barehand it, make the throw in time. Still playing a great third base. Second game tonight is Braden Oviedo.
Pretty impressive.
And that's a pretty quick 3 up, 3 down. Post 64, all 3 get into play, but nobody gets on base. Strong start for J.P. Sweeney. Brings us to the bottom of the first after this 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
My kids. You know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
We move to the bottom of the first inning on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Starting lineup is brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you. Post 14's lineup goes like this. Looks a lot like last game's lineup, but not quite. Right fielder Liam Healy still leading off, followed by second baseman number 9 Wyatt McClintock. In the 3 spot, still Jameer Brown, shortstop number 12. Hitting cleanup, Braden Oviedo, third baseman number 10, followed by first baseman Connor Smith, number 20. Out in left field this game, to start things out, is Marshall Derrick, number 18, hitting 6th, followed by the pitcher, number 7, J.P. Sweeney, and then catcher, number 13, Robbie Lopez. And rounding out the lineup, still in center field, wearing number 1, is Jet Gross. Starting pitcher, or post 64, they're going with Mason Slade. Been a right fielder most of this time, and yesterday and today for post 64. He gets the start here, trying to go in the winner-take-all area championship game. Make a correction from reading off the post 64 lineup. It was one that it's a mistake because you thought maybe they made a mistake on the lineup card. Blake Jacobs, shortstop, moves out to left field, and Lucas Williamson, who didn't play yesterday and played left field to start out first game today, will play short.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. You got to play different positions where the coaches are telling you to play. Get used to playing different positions.
Absolutely. Jackson Hare plays third. Of course, Williamson at short. Second base will be Orndorff. First base still Owen Reel. Blake Jacobs in left. Adam Riggleman in center. And Peyton Durst in right. So post 64 changing up their outfield completely.
Yeah, I'll see how it works. I'm interested to see what happens.
Liam Healy started off the top of the first with a great diving catch for the first down. We'll start off the bottom of the first in the batter's box, taking a strike. This is on the ground. Hit pretty softly to second base. Orndorff, not much of an issue, throwing to first for the out. Slow start from both sides here. The pitching has been very impressive from both sides. I know we're just one batter into this game, but this is now the third game between these two teams in the last 2 days. Of course, 2 regular season matchups, as ball one's taken by Wyatt McClintock. First game was 15-1, post 14. Of course, talking to Trip Tobin yesterday, he basically just said, throw that game out. They're not the team that the team they are now is not the team they were back then. They played again 3-1. Of course, Coach Tobin in his interview yesterday said if it weren't for a home run late in that one, they might still be playing at 1-1. Mm-hmm. It's a 2-0 count to McClintock. He's going to watch the next one outside as well. Wind-up and the fire. 3-0 out of the zone. 4-pitch walk. And after going 0 for 4 last game, Wyatt McClintock, I'm sure, feels very relieved to be starting this game on first base.
Absolutely. Take a 4-pitch walk to start the inning off. That's a good sign for post 14. See if they can cash in on it.
Guy who cashed in on some base runners last game for an RBI single, Jameer Brown, steps in. I'll watch the first pitch low and inside. Both these teams, again, make it through to the state tournament no matter the result here. Bragging rights and seeding on the line. This pitch is inside. The 8-team state tournament in Berkeley will follow this area tournament. This one bounces. .3-0 the count here. Runner goes. Called strike, no throw down. And McClintock, without any trouble, takes second base.
Yeah, easy play there. Just recognized this time ago. He went over to second base without a throw. Good play there.
Brown cuts through this one. 3-2. Credit to Hunter Haar for post 64, who is currently catching his third game in about 24 hours.
God bless that kid. He's doing all that he can for his team.
Full count here to Jameer Brown. This is hit high, but not very deep. This is pretty shallow right center field. Right fielder makes the play, and McClintock's got to stay where he is. Out brought in by Peyton Durst. Now there's 2 down.
Yeah, good fight there from Brown. Was getting it in the air. I knew it wasn't what he wanted to do for that at bat. He was trying to get it up in the air, just fight through that at bat, and see how the rest of his night goes. But it's just the first at bat for him.
Here's Braden Oviedo. Did really well for himself last game. Single, double, and a walk to go along with the great defense. Ethan Elliott gave him co-player of the game to go along with the complete game from Andrew Engel. To 1-0 count here. First pitch out of the zone. Slade, the southpaw, will fire. That one a little low as well. Two O's your count. Slade will look back at the base runner, now to the plate, and that one comes in low. Slade having trouble finding the plate so far.
Yeah, he's just out of, they call him here to find a strike here, and you're back in it. You got to grind it out.
3-0 pitch to Oviedo. He's going to watch it go for strike one. Three-one count. Slade. Look back at McClintock, now to the plate, and that's ball 4. It bounces. He's thrown a lot of them low so far.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but you still got to stay calm and composed. Got one more out to get here. Let's focus on one batter at a time.
And that actually, through these 3 games here, actually already marks tied for the highest amount of walks given up by a post-64 pitcher.
Wow.
2 in this first inning. You only got 2 from Orndorff yesterday and Hare earlier. Here's a wild pitch. Goes way inside as Connor Smith's up the bat and the runners move up 90 feet. So now runners on second and third. 2 down here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, huge opportunity for post 14 to put the pressure on post 64.
Smith right back up the middle. Sends it back where it came from for one run. Oviedo's going to get waved home. No play at the plate. 2 RBI single here in the first inning to open up the scoring for Connor Smith.
And there you go. Smith just hit it right up the middle, put it in a perfect spot, driving a couple runs, and post 14's on the board first. That's huge.
First hit of the day for this game for post 14 gives them 2 runs. Marshall Derrick, first pitch fouled over towards his dugout. Why McClintock knocked it down. That's his reward for just coming around to score. Gets the ball right at him as soon as he gets back to the dugout. 0-1 now to Derrick, who's going to watch strike 2. Oh, 2's the count. Here comes the next pitch from Slade. That'll be low and inside. Har with a nice block. Mm-hmm. And after, again, already catching a game right before this one and one yesterday, Slade's been making his catcher work to block these behind the plate.
He certainly has, Dylan.
1-2. Call it strike 3 on the outer corner. First strikeout for Slade. Derrick goes down looking for out number 3. But right before that, Connor Smith, 2 RBI single, starts the scoring here in this winner-take-all area championship game between post 14 and post 64. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back with more American Legion baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
2-0. Berkeley post 14 with the lead over Potomac Valley post 64 in the American Legion Area Championship game. Top of the second, brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Burke, personal injury attorneys. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Strong start for post 14. They're able to get to Mason Slade, the starter for Potomac Valley, a little bit. 2 runs up on the board off the bat of Connor Smith's single, driving in 2 runs. The little things can add up. The wild pitch right before that to start that at bat made it to where it could have just been 1 run. Those guys move up to second and third, turns into 2. Post 64 went down 1-2-3 their first time up, so 4, 5, and 6 up for the first time in this game. Har, Hare, and Durst. Sweeney overthrows that fastball low and outside. Starts the at-bat with 2 straight out of the zone. Here's your 2-0. This is hit high, and it looks like it's going to get foul. Post 14 chases after it, but that's over into the bleachers. Last game, Har started off with a single in the first, drew a walk in the third, grounded out in his last 2 at-bats. 2-1. Sweeney falls down with that pitch, but the breaking ball hits the inside corner for strike 2.
I don't know how he got that pitch to go into the strike zone as he was falling down. But he made it work.
Try to go Tim Lincecum on that one. Here comes a 2-2. This is hit over towards third. Another nice sliding snag by Oviedo, but the throw is up over the head and past the glove of Connor Smith.
Good play there at third base there. Had a chance to throw out the runner at first, but yeah, he just put too much mustard on it. And so the runner's safe at first.
So I think there's some contention about whether the ball went out of play or not, and whether Har should be given second base. He started going down. And it looks like he's got to stay at first. So I believe it hit a player or a coach that was not quite actually standing in the dugout, so it doesn't count as going into the dugout. Hit a player, he wasn't in the dugout. The umpire goes back to the plate saying, where should he be? The dugout.
I love it.
So Har gets first base on the throwing error, I guess. It could be ruled a single. It was a nice diving snag by Oviedo. He's made plenty of plays like that today. You're bound to miss one at some point. Got a courtesy runner for the catcher. Pull up Game Changer. Can't see the number from here, so I have to see that is Lucas Wolford. Strike comes in. Jackson Hare doesn't have to worry about pitching in this game. Well, coming up to bat. 1-1's the count here. Quick pickoff move by Sweeney. Not able to get the runner. Now the 1-1. Runner goes. Showing bunt, pulling it back. Lopez quite wide of the bag with the throw down. I don't know if it would have mattered in the end. Wolford got himself a pretty good jump.
Yeah, no, like you said, it was way wide of the bag there, and there wasn't a play to be made at second base. So the runner moves up 90 feet.
Moves up to second, no outs. Sweeney to the plate. Big swing and miss by Hare, making it 2-2. This is a foul ball.
Thank goodness we're inside the broadcast box and press box, and we had the net there. Wasn't like the first game. Thank goodness we have a net. And
so hopefully you don't have too much PTSD with a ball coming towards the net.
Yeah. Thank goodness we're all protected and not protected.
Count stays 2-2 after the foul ball. This fastball goes outside, running the count full. Full count. Sweeney. Pitch fouled off. Sweeney's at 19 pitches now, early here in the second. Still no outs. Jackson Hare is making him work. Sweeney delivers. This is past Sweeney, making a diving play for it. McClintock ranges in the shallow center for it. Throw to first, not going to be in time. Infield single for Hare.
Yeah, nice job running the play out. And, yeah, he was safe right down the line, hustling down. Never know what happened with the play. And he beat the throw out. Now the runners are at the corners.
And that's still with no outs. Peyton Durst will step in. Came in as a pinch hitter. In the first of two we're playing here today. Played left field yesterday. Durst trying to square around, but it's going to hit off the top of the bat and go foul over the net straight back. See, post 64. This is really the first time in these first two games we've seen any sort of trying to manufacture a run, despite the low scoring. Mm-hmm. His runners on the corners with no outs. See if he squares around again. He does. Takes a stab at it, misses it. Lopez tries to throw back down to first, not in time.
Yeah, that's what you have to do if you're post 64. Just keep grinding out the bats, driving up Sweeney's pitch count. You mentioned that, and hey, you just have to do that. You got to play like that sometimes if you want to win.
Sweeney makes the throw over to first, keeping Hare at bay. It's Lucas Walford, courtesy runner for the catcher at third. Jackson Hare at first. Peyton Durst at the plate. Sweeney making another throw over to first. Now, that seemed like a little bit of an issue last game, yesterday. Jameer Brown throwing a lot over to first base in that third inning. Ended up turning into a 3-run inning for post 64. See if Sweeney can keep his focus at the plate. Here's a wild pitch. Wolford's going to come home to score. Runner on first up to second. And that 2-run lead's cut in half. It's 2-1.
Yeah, good recognition, good base running. Come home there, and then I think he could have, the runner over at second base could have made it to third, potentially.
It would have been bold, but I've seen it before. 1-2's the count. And that's a fastball, runs high. And chasing it for strike 3 is Durst. One down in the inning. It's going to bring up Lucas Williamson, the shortstop. First pitch inside for a ball. Williamson struck out looking last game. Grounded out before being pinch hit for by Durst that was just ahead of him in the lineup. Next pitch bounces. 2-0 count. You kind of get the energy of we just played a full game with how this one has started a little bit. Pitching, these guys just, they were playing the outfield, but still they played a whole game in the outfield as they're pitching here early. Next pitch out of the zone. Counts at 3-0. Next pitch in for a strike.
That's a good way to get back into the at-bat. Yeah, you had 3 balls that went out of the zone. And find a strike there to get yourself back into the at-bat. Good pitch there by Sweeney to find the zone.
Sweeney rocks and fires. That's strike 2. Williamson took a step towards first.
That's an even better frame by the catcher.
Wonder how much of that was thinking it was out of the zone, how much of it was, well, if I take the step, maybe he'll think it was the ball. If I act like I think it was the ball. 3-2. At bounces, Lopez able to at least stop it enough from allowing the runner on second to move up, but that is a walk. Puts runners on first and second with just one out, and that's going to bring Trip Tobin out of the dugout. Goes up there with a lineup card in his hand, covering his mouth, so can't see what he's saying to his pitcher and his catcher there. Sweeney's now at 30 pitches. Shortly post 14 wants to still save as many arms as they can for the state tournament, because you're not that far away from it. But you got some guys that can throw if need be. This brings up Owen Reel in the 8th spot. First pitch out of the zone. Reel didn't have any luck in his first 2 at-bats last game, but singled in the 6th inning. Swings through this one, misses it, making 1-1. Fouled away.
There goes a 2-strike pitch right here for Sweeney. Let's see if he can get a huge strikeout.
1-2, but just one out here with runners on first and second. They allowed 1 run. Only a 1-run lead now. Next pitch is up high. Reel took the bat off the shoulder, but held up from going around. This one's up high and makes it a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike 3. Reel started going down the first, but that's on the outside corner. And that is a big strikeout, making it 2 outs.
Yep, just as I say that. Post 14 gets a strikeout. Sweeney gets it. Another 2 away in the inning.
We're now at the bottom of the order for Potomac Valley. Adam Riggleman starting this game out in center. First pitch, fastball too high, ball 1. Next pitch, a foul ball. Don't get a long layoff here. So we're talking about, hey, you get to the state tournament no matter what. Seeding one way or the other is determined in this game. State tournament starts Wednesday, July 22nd, from Beckley. Goes through the 27th. Post 14 just 3 years removed from a state championship. Here's a strike on 1-1. Of course, yesterday the state championship banner was unveiled, revealed by National Guardsman Andrew Wolf. 1-2 up high.
Yeah, it was good to see him. I mean, I was over at the bowling alley, got to introduce myself to him. I was over at Pikeside, and just what a story for him. I mean, all that he went through, and all the prayers were answered for him. God bless him. I pray that he continues to get well.
Sweeney steps off before this 2-2. Only stepped off for a second. He's back on the rubber and ready to go. Here's the pitch. This is chopped, but it's fouled over towards Potomac Valley's dugout. Jackson Hare on second. Lucas Williamson on first. Post 14 trying to get out of this inning, still with the lead. They've given up one run, but they still lead 2-1. And there's the fastball blown by a swinging Adam Riggleman for strike 3. All 3 outs this inning for J.P. Sweeney come by a strikeout. He leaves a couple runners on base. Wild pitch does get in a run for Post 64, though. It's 2-1. Berkeley Post 14 with the lead as they come up in the bottom of the second after the 60-second break. It's American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Bottom of the second here from P.O. Faulkner Park. Game 2 of 2 today, and Game 3 of the series to decide the 2026 Area 4 champion. Your West Virginia American Legion Baseball, our bottom second, is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Mason Slade back to the mound for Potomac Valley, trying to recover from giving up 2 runs in the first. He's going to face 7, 8, and 9 in the Post 14 lineup. Sweeney, Lopez, and Gross. First pitch to J.P. Sweeney out of the zone.
And that run is huge, too, because instead of being down 2-0, Post 64 is down 2-1, so he doesn't have to work as hard. He doesn't have all that, as much pressure on him.
.2-0 now. Last pitch got away even from the catcher, and the next one. And checking his swing unsuccessfully with the check down to first base. Is the umpire down there. Here's your 2-1. It's going to run inside and low. Slade was having trouble finding the zone in that first inning. Starts off 3-1 here to Sweeney. And that's way outside, ball 4. The control has not quite been there yet, Brady, for Mason Slade.
No, it hasn't. But he's got to find a way to be in control here, or else it's going to get away from Post 64.
Yeah, you don't want to give a bunch of free bases to this lineup. Best of the Eastern Panhandle. All gathered here on Post 14. This one pulled back by Robbie Lopez for a ball. Without Post 60, the Knights this year, there hasn't even been a second Panhandle team to take away any talent from Post 14. So we've seen in the past, of course, some Hedgesville and Spring Mills guys on the Post 16 Knights. This year the area is just Potomac Valley and Berkeley Post 14. It's a 2-0 start here to Robbie Lopez. He's going to square around a bunt again, pulls back, hits the inside corner, though, makes it 2-1. Robbie Lopez from Washington High School. This is pulled back on the 2-1 again, 3-1. Lopez still looking to bunt. He gets the bat on this one and goes over to the post 64 dugout.
Would have liked it to keep it fair if he could have.
It's full count now. Slade to the plate. Fastball hits the outer corner for strike 3. I think Lopez knew it as soon as he let it go by.
Yeah, but big strikeout. Slade got it on that pitch on the outside corner, got that strikeout. That's huge. I think that's going to get him going.
That is his first strikeout. 2 walks allowed by him in that first inning for Slade. A third one to start off this second inning. But he answers back with a strikeout and now faces Jack Gross at the bottom of the order. First pitch inside for a ball. Next pitch, Gross is going to take that one in the zone. Gross having himself a day so far. Singled and doubled in that first game today. Right on the outside corner for strike 2.
Same pitch, same result to even the count.
It's 1-2 now. Sweeney goes with the pitch. Gross hits it into right field. Real diving for it, can't get it. That's going to let Sweeney move up to third easily.
Yeah, good hit. Right past the first baseman. Couldn't reach it, but still a good hit nonetheless. For post 14.
Second hit now. It's runners on the corner with 1 out. Now back to the top of the lineup with Liam Healy. He grounded out to second base. Start off the bottom of the first. He watches this one inside for a ball. Another grounder to second base would make it interesting. Middle infield at double play depth. If they wouldn't be able to get a double play out of it, goes 14, get that run, that lead back up to 2 runs.
Absolutely a big spot here in this game.
If there's ever time for a strikeout for Slade, it's now. He starts off with 2 out of the zone to Healy, and now make it 3. Low and outside. He just hasn't had it so far. Wyatt McClintock awaits on deck. Here's your next pitch. In the zone. 3-0 automatic. J.P. Sweeney keeps his lead short at third. Jack Gross doing the same at first. And the 3-1's up high for ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
We still have a chance at a double play here, but now the inning is getting pretty good for post 14 here. They got a post 64's got to find a way to get a couple outs here.
Get a mound visit as the bases are now juiced. Slade, only in his second inning of work here, is already Had to throw a lot of pitches. He's got nowhere to put Wyatt McClintock, who drew a walk first time up. Bases are loaded now for McClintock. Up over 40 pitches is Slade already. McClintock cuts through the first pitch. Strike one.
Yeah, it's just hard to believe that he's already up to over 40 pitches, but post 14's been making him work and driving up his pitch count. That's led to key success for them.
This is foul. Making it 0-2. Slade to the plate again. McClintock pop up. Slade's going to run after it, but now the catcher behind the plate, Har, takes off the mask and finds it and grabs it for the second out.
The ball was way up there, but catcher able to get underneath of it, be at the perfect spot at the right time, getting the put out there. And that was a huge out.
Yeah, and now you can get a force at any base. Don't have to worry about turning two to prevent a run. Can't get a sacrifice to the outfield. But Jameer Brown in the 3 spot is the one at the plate. First pitch in, low and inside for a ball. One to Brown. That's inside, but Brown close enough to the plate as he jumps out of the way of it. It hits that inside corner still. 1-1's the count. Brown watches this one low and inside as it falls off the table. This will already be the 50th pitch for Slade. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here it comes. That's high. Up around the shoulders. 3-1. One more out of the zone. Puts post 14 back up by 2. And there you go. High and outside. Walking in a run to make it 3-1.
Good patience by these post 14 hitters.
J.P. Sweeney, been out there on the bases for a little while in this inning. Finally comes across the score. And the bases are still loaded for Braden Oviedo. Slade, low and inside again. Post 14's just been trying to make him prove he can throw strikes, and it's been giving them free bases.
And you'll take it if you're the Hornets.
Yeah, that's already 5 walks from Slade here in an inning and 2/3. And 2 straight balls to start this at-bat to Oviedo. Make it 3 as that comes in inside. Can he get it across the plate here? Yes, he can, to Slade. Making it 3-1. Slade back to the plate. Oviedo swinging at this one. Looks like it was in the zone, but he fouls it away. Full count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Healy from second, Brown from first, more than likely will go on the pitch. Check Gross at third, will as well, and this pitch is outside. Walking in another run.
And it looks like Slade's getting tired out there. Just walked in another run.
Yeah, we'll have to wonder how much longer we would see Slade out there if this continues. No one up in the post-64 bullpen. His first pitch swinging is Connor Smith. Bobbling it at second is Orndorff, but he's still able to pick it up in time to make the throw to first for the third out.
Yeah, way to stay with that play. It was a bobble. Thought he could get it first time. It was a little bobble, but he finished the play off. That's what you have to do. And he did a good job of that.
Post 14 leaves the bases loaded, but they get 2 runs on the board, taking their biggest lead of the day. 3 runs, 4-1 here in this winner-take-all area championship game. We'll take 60 seconds, come back with the top of the third. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Moving to the top of the third inning on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere. It's been a slow start for Potomac Valley post 64. 4-1, post 14 with the lead here as we enter the third inning. It'll be the top of the order for Potomac Valley. Blake Jacobs, Lance Orndorff, James Vincel. Ball out of the zone to start the inning, and then Jacobs smacks one that's in the zone into center field for a leadoff single.
That was a blistering line drive out in the center field. Be a hot shot. Me out there to make a play on it center field.
Yep, Trip Tobin said in our pregame interview before that first game. He called it out specifically. You're not going to get Blake Jacobs out every time. This brings up Lance Orndorff. He's got a runner on first and no outs. First pitch from Sweeney out of the zone for a ball inside. Sweeney hits 45 pitches already now. Overthrows this one outside. Two O's the count. Here's the next one. And that's up and in. Up around the head of Orndorff. Orndorff flew out to center field in the first inning. Sweeney kind of hopping around on the mound there after that one. Maybe they're needing to wake up the legs a little bit. And, whoa, this one nearly hits Orndorff as well. He's going to go down to first base. 3-0 pitch. And signed for a 4-pitch walk.
He did all that he could to dive out of the way of that pitch. Got close to his body. Dove out of the way of it.
It's going to bring up James Vincel. Grounded out to third to end the first inning. First pitch from Sweeney. That will break into the zone. Taken for a strike. Sweeney with a look back at second. Takes a second look before coming to the plate. Again, breaking ball onto the plate. 0-2. Runners on first and second, no outs. Here's the 0-2. Vincel over to third base. Oviedo runs to third. Toss to first. Double play. 5-3. 2 down. Here in the top of the third. Just a runner on second now.
Yeah, big double play there. A run to take it to the bag over at third, and then throw across his body to throw it over to first for that big double play. Low throw with a first baseman to catch, but still a double play either way.
Fielding at third base can make a big difference. Braden Oviedo has been the star out in the field here so far today. Foul ball on the first pitch to Hunter Harr. So you go from first and second, no outs, to just a runner on second and 2 outs.
Huge change of the inning right here.
And just like that, Sweeney, a couple pitches away from getting out of this. Just 1 strike away now as the 0-1 breaks and freezes hard. 0-2. And Harr chases this one into the glove of Lopez. And that's out number 3. 4th strikeout for J.P. Sweeney. Leaves a runner stranded in scoring position. Post 64 can't cut into the 3-run deficit here in the top of the third. It'll take 60 seconds. Come back with the bottom half after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Bottom of the third here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 is brought to you by the Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Attention to detail like no other. Visit dignitymemorial.com. 4-1 is our score from P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg. The Area 4 tournament for West Virginia American Legion Baseball between Berkeley Post 14, Potomac Valley Post 64. Dylan Bishop and Brady Masters with you on the call. Kyler High producing back at the studio. Ethan Elliott producing on site. Tyler Strine behind the main camera. Post 14 looking to add on to what it's done so far. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. As Mason Slade on the mound for Potomac Valley comes back out for a 3rd inning of work. He has given up 4 runs on 2 hits and 5 walks and has struck out 1 so far. It'll be Marshall Derrick, J.P. Sweeney, Robbie Lopez due up in the inning. Another shot for Slade to potentially start getting some more strikes across. Walked in 2 runs last inning with the bases loaded. Marshall Derrick was the only post 14 Hornet to not come to the plate in that 2nd inning. So he'll lead off the 3rd. First pitch misses a little low. Here's your 1-0 breaking ball. Tries to hit that outside corner, can't quite do it. To follow. Derrick, you could tell he really wanted that one, but he just fouls it straight back.
Yeah, he wanted to take a big bite out of that pitch. He wanted all of it.
2-1 count now. Next pitch. Derrick gets a hold of this one. Sends it more like where he was trying to send it last pitch, into the left center field gap. Throw into second base. In time to throw out Derrick, trying to stretch it into 2 bases.
Yeah, but the post 64 center fielder had a good arm, and yeah, just like you said, I mean, he was thinking 2 there, but good throw there to get the out.
Adam Riggleman, nice throw. Getting Marshall Derrick trying to stretch a single into a double. J.P. Sweeney comes up now with no one on and 1 out.
And that was an absolute bullet.
There's a strike. I mean, if I were Derrick too, I would have went for second base. That's just a really good throw. Off the bat, it seemed like 2 bases for sure. One taken for strike 2 by Sweeney. And a big cut through by Sweeney for strike 3. He either loses or throws or some combination of the 2, the bat, after that one in frustration. Second strikeout for Slade. Brings up Robbie Lopez with no one on and 2 outs. First pitch gets away outside. Lopez watched strike 3 go by last time up. He's going to swing through strike 1 here. Well, Lopez, big cut at the 1-1. Up and in. He can't get to it. Slade 1 strike away from a bounce-back inning. And there it is. Lopez swings through it for his second strikeout, and that's 2 Ks in a row for Slade to put down. Post 14 and just 3 batters. It's 3 up, 3 down as Marshall Derrick's thrown out trying to stretch a single into a double to lead off the inning. And Slade puts down the next 2. We go to inning number 4. Potomac Valley still trails Berkeley Post 14 4-1. Take 60. Come back with more American Legion baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dutchness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers.
Moving to the top of the fourth inning, brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Post 14, making their way through this game, up 4-1. We had our first scoreless inning of this one. Post 14 put up 2 in the bottom of the first and second. Potomac Valley got themselves a run up on the board in the second as well. Teams are held scoreless in the third, so we move to the fourth, and it's 4-1. The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets looking to keep this lead and go 2 for 2 today and become the 2026 Area 4 champions.
Yeah, it's crazy. They lost the first game. They got shut out 3-0. They come back and win the next game. There they are up by 3 runs. I mean, it's a new day. It's a new game. Let's see what happens. You never know.
5, 6, and 7, the Potomac Valley Post 64 lineup. Due up here, first pitch to Jackson Hare to lead things off out of the zone. And I'm sure Berkeley Post 14 happy to see someone other than the West Virginia High School Baseball Player of the Year on the mound today in the 2 games for Potomac Valley. 1-1 now to Hare. And Hare hits this one just into right center field. Wyatt McClintock wasn't able to reach out and grab that one. That's a leadoff single. 2 for 2 with 2 singles now in this game for Jackson Hare.
That's big if he could stay hot at the plate. That's huge. Let's see if his teammates can come through with him on the base paths.
Again, if you missed yesterday, it was a marquee matchup on the mound between Lance and Orndorff, again, the Lowry Award winner for 2026, and Jameer Brown on the other side for Post 14. Brown allowed 3 runs in the top of the third inning, and those were the runs for the night yesterday. Lance and Orndorff went 94 pitches for a complete game shutout. And that forced the situation we're in now. Post 14 wins the first one and forces a tiebreaker. First pitch out of the zone to Peyton Durst. And the pickoff attempt from Sweeney sails over the head of Connor Smith. Hare thought about third base. He's going to make his way back to second.
Yeah, it's good to play it safe. Thinking you could go to third there, but it's good to stay at second base. Just keep that base runner on. You can take it.
Durst 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. Tries to bunt now. He's going to put it down. Sweeney off the mound. Throws and wide. It might not have been in time anyway. But McClintock had to reach and I believe took his foot off the base to be able to grab that one, keeping it from going into right field. Call that a bunt single for Peyton Durst. Pretty much perfectly placed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can hear the saying, speed kills. Well, Post 64, a couple times tonight, they used their speed to get on the base paths. It's impressive.
So they've got runners on the corners with no outs. And just like that, this game's complexion could change pretty greatly. Williamson squares around the bunt, pulls it back as it goes out of the zone. strike follows. Sweeney now over 60 pitches. Pickoff attempt to first. Trying to keep Durst at bay. Again, runners on the corners, no outs. So I'm sure this is a situation where the runner could go. Try to get the second on the catcher's indifference. Next pitch up high. After Robbie Lopez ended that last half inning striking out swinging, it's now Brett Pedersen behind the plate for post 14. It's a 2-1 count now. Sweeney into Williamson, squaring around the bunt. Throw does come down and it sails into center field. A new catcher, and immediately post 64 gets something out of it. The runner gets second base, going from first, and they get a run on the board as the attempt to catch the runner stealing goes into center.
Yeah, he's just got to shake it off right there. I know it was an error throw, but he's just got to shake it off and focus.
This is hit well into left center, but just about right at Marshall Derrick. He goes to his left a little, and he's able to grab it for the out. Brings up Owen Reel. It's now 4-2 with a runner on second and one out. Reel's going to take strike one. Reel struck out looking in the second inning. Sweeney, a couple looks back at second for the runner. Now to the plate, it's inside. Backing Owen Reel off the plate. Sweeney stepped off there. Taking a strike. 1-2 now. Reel is 2 for 7 on the series with a 1 run scored in that first game. And this is hit into right field and just about down the first base line. It's fair. That's going to bring in another run. 2 bags for Owen Reel, and a run scored makes it a 1-run game, 4-3.
That was big right there. Big hit by Owen Reel just to get that ball and shoot the opposite way to get a 2-bagger out of it. And we've got ourselves a 1-run game, Dylan.
And that tying run is on second base. And maybe trying to get at the third is Riggleman squaring around the bunt. First pitch is behind him. Counts 1-0. It's pitch 68 from J.P. Sweeney. And the next one hit on the ground over to Jameer Brown, who's going to throw it to third and get the lead runner. Trying to make his way 90 feet from home. He's thrown out.
That choice there. Let's throw it on for Brown to throw it over to third. Get the put out there. Now we just have 1 runner on base.
Yeah, I don't love the decision there from Reel to run on that one. Hit to the left side of the infield. I'd say typically when a ground ball and just 1 out, you're on second base like that. You run if it's hit on the right side of the infield. And here's a wild pitch. Sweeney throwing one by Pedersen. Lets Riggleman get the second. So Blake Jacobs, top of the lineup. Taking that first pitch out of the zone. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Had himself 2 hits in the first game today. The next one over his head. Runner going for third on the pitch. Swing through it. And taking third base is Adam Riggleman. Throw down not in time from Pedersen. Good jump there from Riggleman. It's a 2-1 count now. Tying run 90 feet away. Sweeney back to the windup. This is hit high to left field, foul territory, but Braden Oviedo from third is underneath of it and makes the catch and ends the inning. Potomac Valley gets 2 on the board, cuts the lead to 1 for post 14. The Hornets will try to get those back in the bottom of the inning after the 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
Football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com. W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
About halfway through this winner-take-all area championship game. Bottom of the fourth, brought to you by the Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com. Potomac Valley post 64 cuts into the lead of Berkeley post 14. Goes from 4-1 to 4-3. 9-1-2. Start off the bottom of the fourth for post 14. Jet Gross, Liam Healy, Wyatt McClintock. And again, situations like this, when it comes in handy, that you're very confident in your 9-hitter. Gross continued the success from game 1 with a single before scoring to start off game 2. His first pitch he sees in this at-bat, he's going to slice foul down the left field line. And Jack Rose has to duck out of the way of this one. Make sure it doesn't hit him. 1-1. Slade's up over 70 pitches now. That was number 72. Here's the 1-1. Rose still a little behind it. Gonna foul that one over towards the batting cages. Slade through 3 innings, giving up the 4 runs on 3 hits and 5 walks, and has struck out 3. Next pitch to Gross inside. 2-2's your count. Next pitch, Gross over towards first base, off the glove of Owen Reel. And Gross is going to try to stretch it into 2, bobbled by Orndorff, and he slides in safe to second. You can't sleep out in the field when Jet Gross is going around the bases.
And that's what happened. Gross was thinking, I thought he was going to stay at first, but no, the post 64 defense was caught sleeping there, and all of a sudden, Gross gets to second base.
That's big time for post 14, trying to get those runs back from last half inning. First pitch to Liam Healy's out of the zone. Healy 0 for 1. Drew a walk last time up, grounded out in the first. Takes another one out of the zone. And ball bounces and kind of bounces away from Haar. He couldn't find it for about half a second. That was enough for Gross to get the jump over to third. Strike in on the 3-0. And the 3-1 out of the zone for ball 4. Puts 2 Jefferson Cougars on the corners for Musselman Appleman to step up and try to drive them in. Liam Healy going to Fairmont State. Jet Gross to Pot State. And Healy was just caught at first base. Slade threw over. Healy started going for second. Couldn't get back in time.
Yeah, good play by Slade there to recognize and kind of throw Healy off there. Healy was thinking he was going to go second or try to get back, but still, what a play.
That's one way to answer, just having thrown your 6th walk, picking the guy off. This one very low, skips away a little bit from Haar, not far enough for Gross to do anything about it. McClintock 0 for 1, drew a walk in the first and stole a base, and then popped up in foul territory right behind him. This is hit on a line over to shortstop. Jammed a little bit, only got okay contact on it, but it was right at Lucas Williamson for the out.
I thought Healy had a chance to get it over the shortstop's head, but wasn't high enough.
So that makes it 2 outs. Jet Gross still on third base. Waiting to see if Jameer Brown can drive him in, but this is lined right at Adam Riggleman in center. And that'll end the inning. Post 14 can't take advantage of the error to open up the inning. They still lead by just 1 as we move to the 5th. This is Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 60 seconds. More American Legion baseball.
I like the layout of the course very much. I think it challenges the low handicappers and is very playable for the mid and high handicappers.
All different levels can play on this course.
I think it challenges you from the get-go.
And the first tee program here is one of the best, if second to none. It is the best in the state of West Virginia.
The men have a league, the women have a league, the kids have things going on. Like, it really is kind of the whole package here at Locust Hill. Everybody's very welcoming.
Love the folks here that play golf, but a lot of great relationships and friendships with people here.
You know, sometimes you can only judge a course by their members. We have a great core membership here.
I was able to build some fantastic relationships here, and that's why I've been here for 30 years. When you join any club, you're joining to play golf, but you're really paying for the experience. And the experience here at Locust I found to always be a good time and a fun affair.
To schedule a tee time, become a member, or see upcoming events, visit www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call us today at 304-728-7300.
Top of the fifth on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, brought to you by CMA, Chevy, and Toyota of Martinsburg. All in one convenient location, 650 Foxcroft Avenue. CMA, where owners just care more. J.P. Sweeney going to continue on the mound here with a 4-3 lead as we enter the fifth. 3 more innings of regulation, at least, between post 64 of Potomac Valley, traveling over here from Kaiser, play Berkeley post 14 at their home field of P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg. Dylan Bishop and Brady Masters with you on the call for Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg and TV10. Kyler High back at the studio. Ethan Elliott producing on site. Tyler Strine manning the camera. It's going to be Orndorff, Vincel, and Haar, 2, 3, 4, due up for Potomac Valley. First pitch in for strike to Orndorff, who is 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk. Big cut through this one. Make it 0-2. Orndorff has just 1 hit so far through these 3 games, today and yesterday. Called strike 3. It's going to stay that way. Froze him with one, breaking onto the outside corner.
Yeah, he thought it was a little bit just outside. Didn't think it would get the edge, but it did get in there for Sweeney.
5 strikeouts for J.P. Sweeney. You know, he was starting to struggle a little bit in that 4th, but he's coming out firing here in the 5th. After that strikeout, he comes back with a fastball right on the outer black against James Vincel, who's 0 for 2. Next pitch way inside. It's been a 5-3 ground out and a 5-3 double play so far in this one for Vincel. He's going to ground this one over to second base. Wyatt McClintock gathers it and throws in time for the out.
A couple quick outs for Sweeney. That's huge.
He needed a little bit of that. The last couple innings were taking a good bit of pitches. Now he's still at just under 80, 79 at that last one. Hunter Haar due up, strike to start him out.
And he's settling into in a comfortable position.
And if post 14 can keep the lead, you're down now to just needing 7 more outs. There's another strike. He is really nailing that outside corner here in this inning.
Yeah, and he's going at his own pace too.
0-2 is the count here. And the pitch. A little off of that outside corner this time from Haar. Showing a good eye. Hunter Haar, the catcher in the cleanup spot, reached on a wide throw from Oviedo at third after a diving stop and then struck out. And he's going to strike out again. J.P. Sweeney feeling it in the 5th inning. Sends him down 1-2-3. 2 strikeouts looking. 6 on the day now for him. And it's still a 1-run lead for Post 14, 4-3. We go to the bottom of the fifth after this 60-second break. It's American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion. If you've been hurt in a car accident, time is critical. You've got car repairs, legal deadlines, and medical treatment that can't wait. The sooner you call Mansion Injury Law, the sooner we can help you. Because memories fade, evidence gets lost, and photos can't be retaken. You only get one chance. Let us help you make things right. Get more with Mansion. Call 1-800-557-4LAW.
Bottom of the fifth inning from P.O. Faulkner Park, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Looking out at the Trips Floor Sanding sign in center field, right center there. Tyler Strine came up to us in that last half inning, and he noticed that J.P. Sweeney, before he went out to pitch in that fifth, went up to the umpire, apologized to him. He also noticed in between the last at-bat where J.P. Sweeney struck out, kind of threw the bat or let go of it after that strikeout, seemed a little frustrated with himself. And Tyler seems to, he seemed to be watching him out there and saying, like, all right, somebody had to kind of say something to him in this last inning or so for him to have kind of refocused and pitched his best inning so far at just over 80 pitches and 5 innings into this one.
Yeah, and that talk absolutely worked. With Tripp and Sweeney there, just the conversating between the two, that talk really worked out.
4, 5, and 6 in the Post 14 order. Due up here in the bottom of the fifth, Oviedo, Connor Smith, and Marshall Derrick. Braden Oviedo has yet to register an official at-bat in this game. He's drawn a walk both times. Second time brought in a run. Still Mason Slade. Still, so far, going as we expect. Kind of think that these pitchers will go as long as they can without totally losing it. Pitch 84 there from Slade. And 85 is out of the zone. It's a 2-0 count. Strike gets in. Game 1 of this 3-game set for Oviedo yesterday was an 0-for-2 day, drawing a walk. First game today, double, single, and a walk. Foul back on this next pitch, so doing my math there, 4 walks in the last 24 hours for Braden Oviedo. Showing off that usually high, no matter the level, on base percentage. Here's a 2-2. That one's outside.
Yeah, you don't have to get a hit to get on base. And like you brought it up, with him drawing those walks, I mean, that's huge to just get on the base paths.
That's what keeps him in the cleanup spot. This is way inside on the full count pitch. And make it 5. In these 3 games between today and yesterday, 5 walks drawn by Braden Oviedo, and that's the 7th one for Slade so far in this one. Connor Smith will come in. He started us off with the first 2 runs of this game in the bottom of the first with a 2 RBI single and a foul away the first pitch of this at-bat. Smith grounded out to end the second inning. With the bases loaded in his last at-bat. They'll watch the 0-1 low and outside from the lefty. It's a lefty versus lefty matchup here. And this is pulled into right field past the diving glove of Reel. Another single for Connor Smith.
And that ball was taken in for right field. First baseman tried to make the play. That ball was just so blistering he was unable to make the play there.
It doesn't feel like it. That's only the fourth hit for post 14. It brings up Marshall Derrick, fouling away the first pitch the other way. It's first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Derrick struck out looking to end the first inning. Started the third inning with a single that he was thrown out, trying to stretch into a double. He hits this one high to medium deep right center, roving over from right as Peyton Durst to make the throw with a quick throw in that Oviedo can't go anywhere. The runners stay at first and second now with one down. Pitcher versus pitcher. J.P. Sweeney back up after striking out last time. Walked and came around to score in his first at-bat. First one from Slade, and this at-bat is across and looked at for strike one. Next one comes in low. 96th pitch from Slade. Sweeney wants some time before stepping back into the box. And now he's ready to go. 1-1. Coming from Slate. Inside, ball two. Two one, cut through. Strike two. Here is the 2-2. Fouled away. This is our final post-14 broadcast for the season. State tournament next week all the way up in Berkeley. We'll see who goes through as the area champion, who goes through as the runner-up. Another foul ball keeps Sweeney alive.
Yeah, Sweeney just fouled off the last couple of pitches and really just making the post 64 pitcher work.
He's getting Slade closer and closer to that pitch limit. That was the 100th pitch by Slade. Here comes 101. Sweeney's going to foul it off. Sweeney's making it more and more difficult for Slade to see many more batters in this one. Try to get more outs. Less outs the bullpen has to get.
That's right, and it takes a big load off of them.
Still 2-2. Here's the next one. That is high and outside. Ball 3. Payoff pitch coming from Slade. Pulled foul down the third base line.
Well, pretty close to being fair on that third base line there. Could have straightened it out. That would have been a huge hit.
Full count. Sweeney stabs at this one. Hit over to second. Orndorff steps on the base for 1 and out at first. Double play. Just when it looked like post 64 was in danger of letting this one get away from him a little bit. 4-3, a double play. Nice job by Lance and Orndorff. 2026 Lowry Award winner. Turning 2. And ending the bottom of the 5th with no runs up on the board. We go to the 6th after the 60-second break. Post 14 with just a 1-run lead over Potomac Valley post 64. It's American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
John's Pool Supplies, your local one-stop shop for all of your swimming pool needs. Located at 237 Eagle School Road, John's Pool Supplies has over 30 years of experience and a large selection of products, services, and supplies for your pool or hot tub. From custom liner installation and pool inspections to free water testing, call John's Pool Supplies at 304-267-2000 or go to johnspoolsupplies.com.
Top of the 6th inning from P.O. Faulkner Park. Tonight brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. 2 more innings left in this Area 4 championship game for West Virginia American Legion Baseball between the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and Potomac Valley Post 64. Dylan Bishop and Brady Masters with you on the call. Kyler High back at the studio producing. Ethan Elliott producing on site. Tyler Strong and man in the TV 10 camera. About to wrap up warm-ups here in this inning as Connor Smith bobbled the one coming to him at first base and then threw the glove at the ball. It's going to be 5, 6, and 7 due up in this half inning. For post 64, Hare, Durst, and Williamson. This has been our best game so far, the 3 here in the last day. Brady, 2 runs in the first and the second for post 14. Post 64 answered with 1 in the top of the second, while it was just 2-0, making it 2-1. Post 14 answers, making it 4-1. Post 64 comes back in the top of the 4th and make it a 1-run game. Jackson Hare 2 for 2 with 2 singles steps in.
Yeah, it was pretty much defense for the first couple of games and the pitching. And all of a sudden we're getting more offense here in this one.
Hare takes a big swing at this one but can't hit it. It's 1-1. That was pitch 85 from Sweeney. The next one out of the zone.
I don't know whether it's good to have a defensive type of game where you have the pitching delivering in the biggest moment, or you can have a game where you have more offense, or you can have a combination of both.
This one's hit high into shallow left field. Marshall Derrick runs in, and he gets it for the out. Sweeney can keep it clean for 5 more outs. Post 14 is your area champions. Peyton Durst will come up next. He did single in his last at-bat. That was a bunt single. Struck out swinging in the second inning. First pitch out of the zone. Strike called on the next one. One's your count. J.P. Sweeney wind up and fires and fouls it over the press box. Five and a third innings of work so far for Sweeney. He's given up 2 runs, 1 earned on 4 hits and 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Sweeney, long wind up with the leg on that one too. Comes in high. Durst came around to score his last time up. This is fouled off Brett Pedersen's mask. Durst got himself a stolen base as well last time. Two errors on the post 14 side, 1 for Potomac Valley post 64. 2-2, high and inside. Lucas Williamson 0 for 1 with a walk on deck. Full count pitch, fouled away by Durst. Another payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Durst frozen by the all-speed pitch on the inner half. 7th K for Sweeney.
He is absolutely dialed in tonight.
Yeah, like we mentioned, the 3rd inning, mostly the 4th inning, was starting to get away from him a little bit. Gave up those 2 runs. But he recovered very nicely in the 5th, sending him down 1-2-3, and he sends down the first 2 of this 6th inning. One-0 comes in low. Two-0 count to Williamson. Last player to on post 64 to get a walk or a hit is the man on deck, Owen Reel. 2-0's inside. Certainly possible. I just gave him an announcer's jinx right there. It's 3-0 count. Pitch inside. 4-pitch walk.
And there it is.
Figures, right? So Williamson heads down to first for a 2-out base runner for Potomac Valley. That was the 99th pitch from J.P. Sweeney. They can let him go to 105, and then that's his last batter he faces.
He's got to really make it count here. He's getting close to that pitch limit.
Yeah, that'll be big if they can get through this inning with Sweeney for sure. First pitch into Real is a strike, and not even noticing that Williamson goes down to second before the throw is Sweeney. And pitches out of the zone, making it 1-1. Real hits this one. Connor Smith able to roam into foul territory just barely. The light line drive is the third out of the sixth. So the 2-out base runner turns into nothing. Still 4-3. Post 14 is 3 outs away from an area championship, and they have one more set of at-bats in the bottom of the sixth that they could add on some insurance. It'll take 60 seconds to come back with more American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
The bottom of the sixth on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you, and if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Pitching change for post 64. First call to the bullpen. This one, our calls to the bullpen are brought to you by CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Stop by and see them at 48 Kelly Island Road in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-8821. CMA, they're moving lives forward. Peyton Durst will take over after 5 innings from Mason Slade, where he gives up 4 runs on 4 hits, 7 walks, 3 strikeouts. Slade walked in 2 of those runs. And right now, that's the difference. 1-run lead for post 14 over post 64, 4-3.
Yep, still in the game. Despite their 7 walks that Slade gave up.
Yeah. This is going to bring up our first at-bat for Brett Pedersen. Came into the game midway through here for Robbie Lopez. After Lopez struck out swinging to end the 3rd inning, Pedersen came out behind the plate in the next half inning. So maybe at some point we'll find out if that was Lopez hurt himself in that at-bat, swinging at that 3rd strike, or if this was anything else. Pedersen up the bat now for the first time here tonight. Lopez in this spot was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Pedersen fouls off the 0-1 pitch. Now there's 2 strikes against them already. Pedersen swings through the 0-2. Peyton Durst starts himself out with a strikeout. Jet Gross, first pitch swinging. This is over towards Williamson. One bounce hits off of him and called out at first for the second out. Gross can't believe it. People in the crowd can't either. And honestly, neither can I. I don't know if Kyler can give you a replay back at the studio if you're watching on TV 10. But boy, in real time, my eyes thought that was safe.
Yeah, I thought so too, but good play by the shortstop there to recover on that play and, yeah, just throw the ball out at first base to get the runner out there. He was hustling down the line.
Yeah, and you get a bobble out at short, and now Trip Tobin is going to come out of the dugout here and walk over to the first base umpire and make an appeal. Not sure there's much that can be done about it. It's a short conversation, so yeah, there probably is not much he can do about it. But I think after something like that, you do have to at least go out there as the manager say something. Because, oh boy, I'll pull up our stream here and look at the replay myself. Tripp is going to go over to home plate and try to see if home plate umpire saw anything differently. And that could make a big difference here because it's a one-run game, bottom of the sixth. It was a nice kind of underhand fire to first by Williamson. But yeah, I'll be honest. I'll slow this down. At the very least, if you're watching on YouTube, you can go back and rewind this yourself and stop. But at least half a step, if not a step, that Jet Gross had on that one. This brings up Liam Healy. Strike one. So it's now 2 down and none on in the inning. Ball comes in. Yeah, looking at that replay, it looks like Gross is actually closer to taking his next step after the bag by the time the ball gets into the glove of the first baseman. 1-1 comes in low. But regardless, Liam Healy comes up. He's drawn 2 walks in the last 2 at-bats. Grounded out to start us off in the first. Here's a 2-1 from Durst. Low for ball 3. Here's your 3-1. Hits the zone. Runs us full. Healy hits this one the other way into left field. Nice piece of opposite field hitting. He has post 14. A 2-out base runner on first.
Good solid contact. Healy there to just get that ball in the left field.
Why McClintock steps in now. Over 2 and has drawn a walk, and that's going to end the hitless streak on the day for McClintock. Sends it in the right field for a base hit. And now that insurance run to make it a 2-run leads up to second base.
Now that'll be big if post 14 can get that insurance run in. Put the pressure on post 64. And they can finally take advantage of it.
Jameer Brown walked with the bases loaded earlier. First pitch to him for this at-bat is low. Jameer Brown hooks it off the glove of the jumping Jackson Hare. Coming around to scores. It's misplayed out in left field as well by Jacobs. Is going to let Healy easily score and let Jameer Brown get all the way to second. White McClintock making it to third, and it's 5-3 post 14. Perhaps a very crucial insurance run there.
And they finally cashed in. We kept talking on the broadcast that post 14, they had so many opportunities to bring those runners on and were off the bases. They couldn't do it. But here, they get a big insurance run in the bottom of the 6th inning, and now it's a 2-run game. Big for the Hornets.
It brings up Braden Oviedo. Takes a strike to start this at-bat. So he's got 2 runners in scoring position to work with here. One more base hit could make this a very tall task in the next half inning for post 64. Next pitch. Breaking ball hits the zone. Makes it 0-2. Oviedo drawn 3 walks and 3 at-bats so far in this game. Cuts through this one on the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Peyton Durst strikes out 2 in the inning. Gives up a run, though. Now post 14 has a 2-run lead as they need just 3 outs to go and become the area champions for 2026. Take 60, come back with more American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
It's closing time here at P.O. Faulkner Park. The top of the 7th inning is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship. Located in historic downtown Martinsburg, J.P. Sweeney makes it through 6 innings of work. Gives up 2 runs, 1 earned, on 4 hits, 3 walks, strikes out 7. So, pitching the last inning, just like he did yesterday, Connor Smith comes on for Berkeley post 14 and the Hornets, and he'll have his brother in last name, brother from another mother, I suppose, Cole Smith, coming in to catch for this last inning. Marshall Derrick moves to first base. Sweeney moves out to left field. For post 64, 9-1-2. So your danger at the top of the lineup, Blake Jacobs, starts this inning on deck. He'll be able to represent the tying run if our leadoff hitter here gets on base. It's pinch hitter Lucas Wolford. First pitch, outside. Just off the outside corner. Next one out of the zone as well. Connor Smith yesterday, 3 walks given up in the 7th inning, but he was able to strike out 2 and leave any runners he had on base. Strike here. This is hit softly back at Smith. He's going to toss it to first. Was it in time? Yes, it was. Wasn't quite the routine grab over at first for Derek, but he gets it in the glove for out number 1.
Yeah, good pick up there for Smith to hustle it down to the first baseman to get the out there.
Yeah. I'll correct myself. Only 2 walks yesterday from Connor Smith, not the 3. We had a rogue tally mark in there. Brings up Blake Jacobs, who's 1 for 3 so far in this one. First pitch, he hits foul. First game today, he's had himself a heck of a day outside of the double play he grounded into. He was a triple away from the cycle. And then yesterday, a 2 RBI single. And this one's way inside. Jacobs has to do a burpee to get out of the way of that one. Here's the 1-1. Smith's fastball. Can't hit that outside corner. Well, outside ball 2. Smith lines and fires. That one comes in low. 3-1 count. Shortly pitching a little cautiously to Jacobs here at the top of the order. Behind him is Orndorff, who has drawn a walk but has flown out and struck out otherwise. And next pitch inside for ball 4. That does mean that the tying run is now at the plate. First pitch in for strike to Orndorff. Next pitch in low. Orndorff just the 1 hit through the 3 games here at P.O. Faulkner. 1-1. Fouled off. Orndorff's battling. Can't get the contact straightened out into fair territory. Smith ready with the 1-2. Throws it. This is hit to left center field. Very high, medium depth. J.P. Sweeney's able to get over to it. And one more out secures post 14 an area championship.
Yeah, big fly out there for Sweeney to get underneath that ball and make the grab.
Pinch hitter Mason Slade, who was pitching, comes up in what is the DH spot. So it's James Vincel being pinch hit for. This is hit and over the head of Wyatt McClintock for a base hit into right field. So it's interesting, bringing in the lefty, Slade, against the left-handed pitcher, but he makes the most of it.
Absolutely. Now, the tying runs into scoring position. The go-ahead runs at first. It is really, really getting interesting here at P.O. Faulkner Park.
It is. Hunter Haar steps in from the cleanup spot. Swinging big time at the first pitch and missing it as it came in low and inside. Haar's been relatively quiet here through these games. He had himself a RBI fielder's choice in the first game yesterday, a walk and a single in the first game today. Reached base on a throwing error. first at-bat in this game before coming around to score. His courtesy runner came around to score eventually. It's now 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. It's now 1-2. Connor Smith, like yesterday, giving up a couple base runners, but he was able to close out the 7th. In relief of Jameer Brown yesterday, he needs one more strike to end this one. Fouled off by Hart. So we're ready for another 1-2. Smith to the plate. Comes in low. Good eye from Har, doesn't chase. It's Blake Jacobs at second. Mason Slade at first. One more strike for post 14. Nope, this is a foul ball.
Just like post 14's offense was grinding out their at-bats and fouling off pitches, well, post 64 is doing the same.
They certainly have to. Down to their last strike. Tying run at first. Go ahead at the plate. 2-2. This is soft on the ground to Oviedo. He can just step on third to end the game. And that crowns post 14 the Area 4 champions for 2026. Coming back from yesterday, needing to win 2 in a row today, they were able to get it done. 3-1, and then 5-3. Both these teams go on to the state tournament. Post 14 goes on as the area champions, and Post 64 of Potomac Valley goes as the area runners-up. We'll take a 2-minute break. Come back with post-game show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion. If you've been hurt in a car accident, time is critical. You've got car repairs, legal deadlines, and medical treatment that can't wait. The sooner you call Mansion Injury Law, the sooner we can help you. Because memories fade, evidence gets lost, and photos can't be retaken. You only get one chance. Let us help you make things right. Get more with Mansion. Call 1-800-557-4LAW.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome into the post-game show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean and comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Post 14 and the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are your Area 4 champions in West Virginia American Legion Baseball for 2026. It looks like we got some photo ops going down in the dugout. When they wrap those up, we'll try to get manager Trip Tobin up here with our player of the game. But until then, Brady, you were on the color commentary for this one. We had 2 here overall. You're behind the camera for the first one. We had ourselves a good day of baseball, a good 2 days of baseball, counting yesterday. 3-game series where Potomac Valley takes the first one and Post 14 answers with 2 in a row here today.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, new game, new day. Post 14, yeah, they came up on the short end of the stick, lost 3-0 in the pitcher's duel. Like I said, they came out, won another pitcher's duel. The defensive type of game, they won 3-1, and then they held off and won 5-3. And that was a huge, huge run that was driven in by Jameer Brown, and we'll talk about him in just a little bit, but that was a huge run that he drove in the bottom of the 6th inning to give Post 14 the state championship.
And Post 14 took an early 2-0 lead here in this winner-take-all area title game. It was 2-1, 2-0 after 1 inning of work, and I'll get into the rest of the game scoring summary after we do our interviews here, because our player of the game is already up here. Brady, if you don't mind handing off your headset, I'll get a few quick words with Jameer Brown. Jameer, you guys had to fight today.
Yeah.
To get through, win 2 in a row after yesterday. And you yourself on the mound yesterday got through, had a really good performance. They got a couple runs on the board on you in that 3rd inning, and that was enough. Take me through the last 26 hours or so, especially today, where you got to win 2 in a row after yesterday.
Well, we know, first of all, that today was a must-win day. We had to make a statement today. But yesterday was one of my first times back on the mound, getting a start in a long time. I'd been resting my body, resting my arm, making sure I'm healthy, getting ready to go into college. So, but I feel I did pretty well. I had a pretty well performance. It was just that one rough inning. But we bounced back today, 100%. We started hitting the ball. We're seeing the ball a lot better. So, yeah.
Take me through some of your at-bats today. You were able to drive in an insurance run there in your last at-bat, making it 5-3. The pitching for Post 64 was tough, especially when you got the Lowry Award winner there yesterday to go against. They were a tough task, but you guys were able to get it going here today.
Yeah, tip of the cap to them, especially yesterday. Orndorff's a really good pitcher. He knows where to throw the ball in the corner, so yesterday was a little bit of a struggle for us, but today I haven't told everybody, we're better hitters than that. We some college kids on our team, and we know what we're doing up there, so we just had to string it together, and you know what I mean? Just start getting some base hits, especially in the big moments.
So how are you feeling here as area champions, moving on to state tournament next week? How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel like we have a really good shot, just like we did last year. Had a pretty good run at it last year, so today makes it, another year that we get to go back down there and show everybody what we're about.
And this might be my only chance to ask you about college coming up in the fall. Shepherd Graham, right?
Yep.
Tell me a little bit. Obviously, you got the state tournament to worry about next week, but just looking forward to Shepherd. How are you feeling about that?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for the opportunity that I'm getting down there at Shepherd. I'm thankful for the program that I'm about to get into, and all the great coaches I'm about to have around me to build me as a player and a person as well. So.
All right, well, one of those coaches you have around you just stepped into the press box. We can hand off the interview to him. Our player of the game here, Jameer Brown. Congrats on the win.
Hello.
Trip Tobin.
Yeah.
2026 Area 4 champions here. You had to win 2 in a row today to do it. How are you feeling after that?
I feel good. I mean, the guys, they felt confident. They knew it was going to have a heck of a game pitching, against Orndorff, and I was going to be a 50-50 game. But, they knew that Hare was going to pitch, and they knew they had a couple other guys. And, we did a good job of keeping most of our guys off the mound, like Jet and those guys, and keeping them healthy. So, excuse me. So we're real happy about, getting out here and not burning up a lot of guys. And, we see what we can get out of Sweeney. We've seen what we can get out of Peanut. We've seen what we can get out of Jameer. So I think we got some arms. And, we have a good opportunity to go in and play the Area 1 runner-up. And, we're happy about that as well, being the Area 4 champ.
So you got the state tournament now to look forward to. Obviously, you'll enjoy this a little bit before you got to look forward to Beckley. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, they're ready to go. I mean, they're over there getting the room list together, and they're looking at me now. They want me to take them out, get them wings or something. They think I owe them something, but no. I told them before the game. I said, we've played a lot of games this year that really didn't matter, and I heard a couple of times around the dugout like, we lost to Orndorff, so it really doesn't matter if we win tonight. But I told them, I said, if it comes out here and it doesn't matter, then why are we here? Like, it should matter. Like, I don't know how to play the game that doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, let's just forfeit. So we had to get rid of that mindset of we're going to back in, and I said, who wants to back into the tournament? Who wants to go down there as a runner-up? So that little fire under them, and it was hot, and that's just how it's going to be on turf at Epling. It's going to be hot, it's going to be grueling, could be double headers, and it's just going to be a grind. And I think the last 2 days were a little bit of a grind, and I think Potomac Valley is a great team, and they're going to give their side of the bracket a fit as well.
Well, there you go. Post 14. Area champions for 2026. Tripp, our coverage ends here at the area tournament, and I believe my baseball coverage in general with the station ends here with this game.
There's a lot of last tonight. I was looking over in the dugout, and there's going to be a lot of kids that's the last game for Post 14 because we're an older team. So it's the last time we'll see Ovi in Martinsburg or at the EPAC, and a couple other guys, Robbie and. Cole and a lot of those guys come back from White. I mean, it's going to be tough to replace those guys, and they're leaving behind a pretty good legacy for Post 14, and I appreciate them and their passion this year. A lot of times, guys like that put it on cruise control, but Ovi and Cole and Wyatt and those older guys have really, and of course Jameer, who plays like the old man on the team, and with the maturity of the maturity level, and I really appreciate that, all those guys. But we're going to miss them, and we're going to miss you. And so maybe you can come. You're going to come coach, or what are you going to do? Since you can come sit.
I guess I have to figure that out.
Game changer for us. All right.
I got broadcast journalism class. I'm sure we can send something for baseball in the at least the high schools. We'll see. But Tripp, if this is the last time I get to talk to you on the air, it's been great to call games with you during the high school season. Yeah. Talk to you after games during Post 14. Watch your team out there. So
I appreciate that.
Appreciate all the help over these last couple of years. And,
we've enjoyed it. Hopefully we can get to, I'm not sure we'll be able to replace you, but maybe they'll find someone who can be half as good, right? But a guy did tell me one time everybody's replaceable, so we shouldn't say that.
Right, yeah. They'll figure it out, right?
Yeah. Life goes on, right?
All right, Tripp.
All right, appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you, Tripp. So I'll go through here our game scoring summary one more time. 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Post 14, Post 64 answers in the top of the second with a run before Post 14 makes it 4-1 in the bottom of the second. Post 64 cuts it to 1 in the top of the fourth, and then it stays 4-3 for a while until the bottom of the sixth. An insurance run comes in off the bat of Jameer Brown, makes it 5-3. It's our game scoring summary brought to you by the Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com, and just to give you some CMA Martinsburg and Winchester game stats, CMA proud to be the owners who just care more. J.P. Sweeney goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs, 1 earned on 4 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and Connor Smith closes us out, giving up just a hit and a walk for a clean 7th inning. On the other side, you get a couple RBIs for Jameer Brown, 2, one of them on a walk, on a run. Braden Oviedo with a bases loaded walk as well. Connor Smith, a 2 RBI single. And, well, Brady, I'll let you explain our player of the game that we just had up here, Jameer Brown.
So, I mentioned this, that I was going to talk about Jameer Brown, and I'm going to give him the player of the game. Because Post 14, when they were up at the plate, they couldn't drive in the base runners. They couldn't get them in. They struggled, and they continue to struggle. But when Jameer Brown came to the plate, he stepped up big time. And so that was a blistering line drive that he hit off the third baseman's glove and went out into left field. And Jameer Brown, that was a huge hit that he had to send Post 14 to the area championship.
Absolutely. Our player of the game is brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, again, for the record, our Post 14 coverage ends here. The state tournament is all the way in Beckley. So that will wrap up our summer baseball with Little League wrapped up for us as well. So the next time you'll see a live sports broadcast from us, I believe will be either volleyball or football around the time that school starts. And the plan as of now is that when you tune into a high school football game, you will still hear me, Dylan Bishop, on the call one way or the other. But outside of high school football, my watch has ended, in terms of the live sports at least. So it's been great calling baseball. I believe this is my last baseball game for the station. So it's been great. Basketball as well. Everything else. It's been great working with everybody. Behind the scenes here today, especially Tyler Strine, Ethan Elliott, Kyler High back at the studio. Colton Musgroves when he's not at baseball, or football, when he's at football practice with Coach Walker. Brady Masters next to me, Kyler High again back at the studio. We'll say so long here from P.O. Faulkner Park. American Legion Area 4 champions for 2026 are the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. So, again, for the whole crew, Brady Masters next to me, Ethan Elliott, Tyler Strine, Kyler High, saying so long from P.O. Faulkner Park. This has been American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday night.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at Talk Radio WRNR.